City spent over £110 million this summer to bring in Rayan Aït-Nouri, Tijani Reinders and Ryan Cherki, three signings who are already being described as transformational to how City will play in the coming years. These moves are not just about replacing aging parts, but reshaping the very way City dominate games, control transitions, and unlock stubborn defences. At the heart of this shift is Pep's reaction to what went wrong last season. Guardiola was frustrated by a lack of attacking spark and width, issues that were exacerbated by Kevin De Bruyne's ongoing injury problems and eventual departure, the absence of a consistent left-back, persistent over-reliance on makeshift fullbacks, and a midfield lacking dynamism without Rodri pushed Pep to reimagine his system. The acquisition of these three players is the tactical answer to those problems. Rayan Aït-Nouri, the 24-year-old left-back from Wolves, represents the most significant signing in Guardiola's backline since João Cancelo. Long denied a natural left-sided fullback, Pep has spent years improvising with centre-backs or inverted midfielders in this role. Aït-Nouri changes that. He ranked first among all Premier League defenders last season for goal involvements, delivering an impressive 11 contributions in 37 starts. This attacking output is no anomaly. He provides overlapping width, intelligent movement, and incisive passing in the final third, traits that Guardiola craves to stretch defences and create overloads. More importantly, Aït-Nouri's presence allows City to be more tactically flexible. In pre-season and early Club World Cup matches, Pep deployed him both as a traditional overlapping fullback and as an inverted midfielder drifting inside to create overloads in midfield. In the 6-0 demolition of Al Ain in the Club World Cup, Aït-Nouri delivered a performance that underlined his positional intelligence and composure under pressure. As The Guardian noted in their post-match analysis, he provided both width when required and tucked inside to support Rodri when City built through the middle. His signing solves multiple issues at once: defensive cover, width and verticality, all without compromising on technical quality. While Aït-Nouri redefines the left side, the heartbeat of Guardiola's tactical evolution lies in midfield. The return of Rodri from injury is massive, but it's the arrival of Tijani Reinders that completes the picture. Named the Italian League's Midfielder of the Year last season with AC Milan, Reinders brings the kind of vertical dynamism and box-to-box aggression City lacked midst of aging Ilkay Gundogan and De Bruyne. He's not just a destroyer or metronome, he's both, wrapped in elite technical ability and an acute understanding of positional play. His tactical intelligence has been praised by analysts, who note that he walks straight into this City midfield and will likely become a regular alongside Rodri. Reinders offers Guardiola the chance to experiment with systems beyond the default 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. In matches that demand greater control, City can now operate with a double pivot. Rodri sitting deeper while Reinders advances into half spaces, making late runs into the box or pressing high in transition. Alternatively, when chasing games or dominating possession, Reinders can act as the central progressive force, linking defence to attack with quick carries and vertical passes. The early signs are promising. In the Club World Cup opener, his crisp passing and tactical awareness stood out, allowing City to press higher and recycle possession more effectively when counters were attempted. The Times stated that Guardiola sees Reinders as a reset button in the heart of midfield, an engine who can adapt to multiple roles and energise City's often methodical build-up play. But perhaps the most intriguing signing is Ryan Cherki. Still just 21, Cherki arrives as one of the most creative and technically gifted young players in Europe. At Lyon last season, he led the French league in several key creative metrics: 11 assists, expected assists, through balls, and 146 shot-creating actions. These are not just impressive stats, they're elite-level indicators that Guardiola has signed a potential successor to De Bruyne. But where De Bruyne dominated games with vertical passes and long-range shooting, Cherki operates in tighter spaces, dribbling past defenders and combining rapidly with teammates in and around the box. Gaël Clichy, who played under Pep and has watched Cherki closely, recently told Premier League media that City have signed a tactical weapon. He pointed out that Cherki's footballing IQ allows him to play in multiple roles, as a central attacking midfielder and inverted winger, or even as a false nine if Pep ever opts for a strikerless formation. In early training and match footage from the Club World Cup, Cherki has already shown flashes of brilliance, one such moment being his quick dribble and finish after coming off the bench in a 6-0 rout. As The Guardian noted, the goal demonstrated not just flair, but maturity and game awareness well beyond his years. With these signings, Guardiola is moving away from predictable patterns. Rather than the slow, possession-heavy build-up, that occasionally dulled City's edge last season, the 2025-26 team looks set to blend intensity with flexibility. 8 Nuri provides the width and pace to push defences back. Reinders offers the vertical thrust and pressing engine. Cherki brings the unpredictable magic and final third invention. Combined with the stability of Rodri, the potential resurgence of Phil Foden, and the goal threat of Erling Haaland, City's system is evolving into something far more dynamic and less reliant on any one individual. This transformation is also visible in Pep's broader approach to squad management. He has deliberately trimmed the roster down to 23 or 24 players, moving away from the bloated squad that made rotation difficult and consistency elusive last season. Guardiola has also brought in new coaches, including Pep Linders from rivals Liverpool, to challenge ideas and inject fresh perspectives. The message is clear. This is not just a continuation of the same formula, it is a reboot, a Guardiola 3.0. What emerges is a team poised for reinvention. The 2025-26 Manchester City is no longer dependent on veteran brilliance. It is younger, sharper, and built to press, create, and adapt on the fly. If the early signs are anything to go by, Pep has found the perfect players to ignite a new tactical era, one that blends structure with spontaneity and, crucially, brings back the ruthlessness that deserted them last season. The new tactics. As Manchester City embark on the 2025-26 season, Pep Guardiola's side is undergoing one of the most tactically nuanced transitions of his tenure. Last season's failure to win a major trophy for the first time in years prompted not just a squad refresh, but a systemic recalibration. Rather than overhaul for overhaul's sake, Guardiola has streamlined and fine-tuned his tactics, building a system around intelligent positional play, fluid roles, and a smaller, more tightly defined squad. At the base of the team remains Ederson, a goalkeeper who continues to redefine the position. His value isn't in traditional goalkeeping metrics alone, but in how he initiates City's attacking phases. City are defending and building in more compact shapes, and the Brazilian's range, both short and long, is crucial for breaking pressure and launching transitions. His vision and calm under pressure remain the foundation for City's high-risk, high-reward build-up. There were rumours of him leaving, and he still may, with Diogo Costa from Porto reportedly being eyed up by the Blues. But the message will remain the same: it all starts at the back. In front of the keeper, the centre-back pairing is anchored by Ruben Dias, whose leadership and defensive awareness provide structural security. He's often partnered by either Josko Gvardiol or Manuel Akanji. What makes this pairing so effective is its adaptability. Akanji, for instance, can drift into midfield, creating overloads and offering an auxiliary pivot role when required. John Stones, when fit, continues to be Guardiola's preferred hybrid defender, one who glides into central midfield, giving City numerical superiority in possession. These centre-backs are not just defenders. They are progressive passers and positional manipulators who enable City's mid-block transitions and controlled high lines. Also in contention is the young star Kusanov, or Nathan Ake. The squad depth is astounding. The departure of Walker, Long Guardiola's tactical Swiss Army knife, has elevated younger options like Rico Lewis or Nico O'Reilly, who now can shoulder significant responsibility on the right and left flanks. Lewis's intelligence and technical sharpness allow him to operate both as a traditional fullback and as an inverted midfielder. This season, he's being asked to frequently tuck inside, creating a second pivot alongside Rodri. This gives City control in central areas, helping them sustain pressure and recycle the ball against deep blocks. The left-back position has finally been resolved with the arrival of Rayan Nuri from Wolves. For years, Guardiola rotated various players through this role: Zinchenko, Cancelo, Gvardiol. But Nuri offers a more specialised profile. His pace, ball-carrying ability, and attacking intent add verticality and width, while his intelligence enables him to operate in inverted roles when required. Nuri is not just a defensive solution but an offensive asset. His ability to stretch the field allows Foden or Cherki to drift inside, creating dynamic overloads in the half spaces. Click here for our video on how this season is the most important to Foden's life. In midfield, Rodri remains the fulcrum. Back from injury, he is indispensable. His positional awareness, ball winning and tempo setting allow Guardiola to build everything around him. Rodri often drops into the backline to help circulate possession and create triangles in deep build-up, particularly against high presses. His presence allows the rest of City's midfield to push higher with confidence. Next to him, the summer signing of Tijani Reinders from Milan has added drive and dynamism. Where Rodri is the metronome, Reinders is the accelerator. He can operate as a box-to-box midfielder, making late runs into the area, or serve as an advanced link in a double pivot. His Midfielder of the Year campaign last season makes him not just a tactical fit, but a critical enhancement to City's midfield depth. His debut performances suggest a player who will quickly become central to Guardiola's system, particularly when City adopt a 3-2-5 shape in possession. This season may also be the breakout season of Nico Gonzalez or Oscar Bob, who will rotate in the midfield and will get a chance to demonstrate their abilities. Claudio Echeverri and Matheus Nunes will also fill the gaps. Do City really have the best squad depth in the world again? Further forward, Phil Foden continues his evolution into a creative leader. With Kevin De Bruyne now departed, Foden and Rayan Cherki will be rotated as the team's main attacking creators. Foden offers tempo, quick combinations and movement between the lines. Cherki meanwhile brings flair and mystery. The 21-year-old led the French league in expected assists and shot-creating actions last season, and has already impressed with a goal in his Club World Cup debut. Guardiola sees him as a flexible attacker, capable of playing wide, centrally, or even as a false nine, who can unpick defences with invention and two-footed technique. On the wings, City now deploy a mixture of youth and vertical explosiveness. Omar Marmoush, another recent addition, provides direct running, energy, and adaptability on the left. His playing style offers contrast to Foden's intricacy, and when used together they stretch defences laterally and vertically. Other options on the wings are Bernardo Silva, Jeremy Doku and Savinho. The latter two offer pace and 1v1 dribbling. Guardiola will likely rotate these players heavily depending on the opponent, allowing for both high press energy and deeper positional play when needed. At the tip of the spear, Erling Haaland remains the most devastating weapon in world football. His goal-scoring ability, ruthless in the box and ever-improving in link-up play, forces opposition defences to sit deeper, opening space for City's creators. Haaland's movement pulls defenders out of position, and his physical presence ensures that City always have a direct route when positional play fails to open cracks. Tactically, City now operate within a flexible 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 base, but frequently shift into a 3-2-5 or 2-3-5 when in full possession. The aim is simple: overload central areas, create wide isolations and maintain constant positional superiority. The full-backs often invert, midfielders drift into half spaces, and forwards interchange to confuse marking schemes. Out of possession, City drop into a compact mid-block or aggressive counter-press depending on match state. Their rest defence, how they position themselves in attack to guard against counters, has been strengthened by Rodri's return and the improved awareness of Gvardiol and Akanji, with a core of 23 to 24 players, allowing for better cohesion and less rotation-induced inconsistency. According to the Times, this decision stems from Pep's belief that too large a squad dilutes tactical clarity and creates unnecessary friction. This smaller group is expected to be versatile, intelligent, and ready to play multiple roles across the pitch. As the season progresses, Pep Guardiola's system will no doubt evolve further. However, what is clear already is that this version of Manchester City is not just a tactical reboot. It is a return to Pep's roots of positional play and control. Every position has its role, every player is multifunctional, and the system itself is designed not to dominate one style, but to adapt to all.